Oh yeah, this week on Strong Arm Sports Podcast. They laughed at me when I said this. And now everybody's going, oh, well, of course, it's D'Antoni's system. You get half of the people, more than half, 75% of the people saying D'Antoni's system. Ask them what's D'Antoni's record at the last team he was head coach of. Ask them what team he was last the head coach of, and they don't know.
We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though.
What's going on, folks? Welcome to a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast, the realest sports podcast in all the land. Y'all thought we weren't coming this week, right? We got you. Just in case this happens to be the first time you guys are watching or listening to the show, I'm one half of the show. I go by the name of K Spade the Prospect.
And I'm your boy Leparis 57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports Spade.
Let them know.
Better late than never, right?
That's what they told me. That's what they told me.
But let me tell you something, bro. I told them before, I'm going to tell them again. When we late, we still come with the flame. We got an action-packed show for them, so I'm going to jump right into it. Hey, Spade, I feel like I'm a punching right in the face because we coming out the gate with some flames. You ready?
I'm ready. You know I'm ready.
Spade, we're going to start in the NBA. So it's been a lot of hot topics in the NBA, but none hotter than the MVP race. Spade, I'm coming right out the gate. I'm asking you, who's your MVP and why?
Wow, you just going to throw me out there like that?
Yup, that's what I'm doing.
You ain't going to build it up? Just
nope, ain't no build.
The show Spade, you on... All right.
Hey, Spade, we coming right out swinging for the fences. We Mark McGuire on the juice, baby. You know?
Wow, throw Mark on that too. Let me sit up. Man. Let me sit up. Like, let me tell you something. When I talk this MVP thing, I'm gonna tell you the one thing I don't like about the whole MVP debate. Okay. Whichever side you stand on, it sounds like you are slandering the other person, other persons, because a lot of people got 3, 4, maybe even 5 legitimate candidates for this award this season. I want to first start off and say, look, it's about 4 dudes out there that if one of these guys won the award, you could legitimately defend it. All right? Okay. It's a lot of guys possibly worthy. Am I biased? Maybe. To me,
maybe.
My allergies are cutting the fool, y'all. Bear with me. To me, James Harden is my MVP. And I'm going to tell you why. Right here on this very show, I said to a lot of people before the season started, bro. Before the season started, I said to a lot of people, I said, James Harden, my hot take, my bold prediction is James Harden is going to average a double-double. I said this. Yep. And people said, you are crazy. For one, James Harden leads the league in turnovers. For 2, he's not a point guard. They're going to try to play him at the point. That's a position he's never played before. For 3, he's got a new coach. He's never played before, you know, in that system, a new system, whatever you want to call it. And they're in the West. No way this happens. The guy damn near averaged a triple-double for the season. 2nd in scoring, 1st in assists. And as far as, if you want to do rebounds, the guy's averaging 8 rebounds a game. His turnovers are still crazy high. He broke his own turnover record. Mm-hmm. But defensively, he definitely has been better. Now, 2020 is what they call hindsight. When you look back, you should be able to see everything clear as day. Now everybody is trying to diminish the accomplishments of James Harden and the Houston Rockets by saying, it's Mike D'Antoni's system. Anybody can do that in that system. He's got a real good team. Look at that team he got. It's a real good team. All this stuff is crazy to me. Mike D'Antoni, since he stopped being the head coach of the Phoenix Suns, the guy had a season over 500 only twice. Only twice. This guy hasn't been the coach that everybody's making him out to be. Now everybody's saying you put an asterisk by James Harden performance because D'Antoni's system. D'Antoni this. You're talking about D'Antoni, the same coach that won 25 games his last year as head coach of the LA Lakers. When he had Pau Gasol, when he had Kobe, when he had Farmar, when he had all these guys right here. 25 wins. That's the guy that we're going to put an asterisk by the performance on. Mike D'Antoni, the same guy that was basically forced to resign as head coach of the New York Knicks. That's the guy. This is the guy that we're going to diminish all these accomplishments for. Get out of here. And as far as the Rockets being this good team, where was all y'all at the start of the year? At the start of the year, not one person watching or listening to this show had the Rockets third in the West. Not one. Not one of you. I don't want to hear it. Now the Rockets are so good. Look at all this talent they got. What? The Rockets? Granted, the Rockets got better over the year, and they did a great job of utilizing the pieces they got. But hey, I think every team in the league got some pretty damn good talent, right? This is the league of the best basketball players on the planet. I don't want to diminish what Russell Westbrook has done. He's had an amazing season. He's had a historic season, and it's a season that people are probably going to talk about as the NBA goes on. The last 36 league MVPs has been in the top 3 of their conference in record. You know where OKC is? 6th. And then somebody was upset. I'm going to say this and I'm going to back off. James Harden has been campaigning for himself to win the MVP. Mm-hmm. When you campaign for yourself, it's viewed negatively. People don't like it. I was talking to a guy on Twitter. He said, I don't like that James Harden is trying to campaign for himself. I say he has to. He should have won the MVP 2 years ago. He got robbed of it. Last year, James Harden wasn't on any All-NBA team. Not first team, not second team, not third team. They made 3 All-NBA teams without making James Harden a member of either one of them. This is crazy. So clearly, if he just do that quiet thing, it's not going to work. They say the squeaky wheel gets the oil. The man is out here trying to campaign for himself. And lastly, somebody said, why is James Harden saying he feel like, record should have something to do with it? Because 2 years ago when he got robbed, you know what they told him? His record. Because he didn't have enough wins. That's why he didn't win. To me, James Harden is the MVP.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, Pierre. Okay, y'all. Now, I knew Spade was going to go hard for MVP. And now I have a problem with that. So I know a lot of you guys out there think I'm going to go Westbrook for MVP. I'm not. Shockingly, right? Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you what I want. I want co-MVP, Spade. And I know this is hard because for it to be co-MVPs, it's probably going to have to be colluded.
It's going to have to be colluded upon.
Yeah, it's going to be some collusion. It's going to have to be some collusion. But let me tell you why it should be co-MVPs. It should be co-MVPs because these dudes' stats is damn near identical.
Damn near.
And these dudes, both of these guys, Westbrook and Harden, both of these guys mean equal to greater than value for their teams. Like, you subtract these 2 guys from those 2 teams, both of those teams are in the lottery, along with, you can make that same argument for LeBron James. James. Now, a lot of people are saying that they have Kawhi over James Harden. I don't. I love Kawhi. Let me just see. The problem with having these conversations is it really do make it seem like you hating on another guy.
It does.
I love all these players. I love LeBron. I love Harden. I love Westbrook. I love Kawhi. They're even making an argument for Isaiah Thomas. In Spade, we got a homie that made some good points in favor of Isaiah Thomas.
Right.
But Isaiah Thomas is not my MVP. Kawhi is not my MVP. And LeBron is not my MVP. We got to have co-MVPs with Westbrook and Harden. If you, I don't think you can. I can't. Let me say that I can't pick one of these guys over the other because I know. If you subtract these guys from these teams are trash. I know that. Both of them have phenomenal seasons in all the categories where they lead at, where one lead the other one is right behind it, like 1-2. Yeah. Like that's how it is. It's so crazy. Aside from rebounding deep, that their stats are damn near identical. Damn near. It's a tough situation. Somebody's going to get robbed. Some fan base is going to be upset. I wish the NBA could be like, you know what? Damn these dudes voting. We're going to give out co-MVPs, and both of these guys deserve it. I don't think nobody had the Rockets that high. I don't think nobody had the damn Thunder this high. I think we said the Thunder would be like the 8th seed.
I think you're right.
I think both of these guys deserve it. I'm interested to know what the fans think, Spade. I just want to say, having these type of conversations, because the real, sports media, they can't do it without slandering the other guy. Both of these guys, Westbrook, I never ever thought I would see a guy average a triple-double. Westbrook done it. Amazing season. What James Harden was able to do with them Rockets is just phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And I don't want to take anything away from neither one of these guys. I think it got to be co-MVPs. I wish the NBA would just be like, you know what? No voting. We giving co-MVPs because both of these guys deserve it because they're basically a mirror image, stat-wise, of each other. I don't know how you pick. I don't know how you pick.
Let me ramp it up. Let me ramp it up. And this is how we starting the show, and the show late, man. So I want to come in it just like this. I'm going to wake everybody up right here. I'm going to play a clip right here for the guys watching and listening from back before this NBA season started. What you said and what I said. I keep saying I feel like Durant leaving is the best thing that can happen to the Thunder and their chances of keeping Russ. Like, I think Russ is fueled by people telling him what he can't do. You know, that this city is rallying around him and they begging him to be the guy, and the rest of the league is saying, OKC ain't it no more, KD is gone. And I think it's just going to fuel Russ to an amazing season. I mean, he just came off an amazing season, but I think we're going to see another one.
Yeah, he had 18 triple-doubles with KD.
Right.
He might shatter that record without him.
It's going to be crazy. All right, man, so we can go ahead and wrap. Football players do this a lot. Matter of fact, I'm going to shoot to somebody in particular. You ever see Brian Dawkins before the game?
Yeah.
He crazy.
Yeah.
He just be walking around screaming, and you got to look at him and go, what's wrong with him? But he needed that chip. And if he didn't have a chip, he would create it. He would go over there and fuss with himself in the corner for like 5 minutes to create that chip on his shoulder. Russ finds a chip to play for, and this year he actually got one. Now the scary thing is, usually, a lot of times, Russ is uncontrollable in this. And it's going to be some moments of that. That's the good and the bad that comes with what you get from him. But adding Oladipo, who still needs to work on his shot a little bit, but adding Oladipo is going to be not only another person who can score a little bit, but I think Oladipo's a better than average perimeter defender. You can put him in a situation where he ain't got to guard the Stephs or the Dame Lillards or whoever. You can put Vic on them guys. Let him kind of conserve some of his energy for the offensive side, and I think they can make a playoff push. I think they can get that 7 or 8 spot. It's possible. So basically, whether we were serious, whether we was joking, we both felt like, with Kevin Durant not there, we felt like Russ would take over. We basically jokingly implied that Russell Westbrook would average a triple-double. Yep. I don't think either of us thought that was actually possible, but we came out and said, oh, Russ might average a triple-double.
Yeah.
But even with that being said, nobody said James would do what he's done. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, with KD out the way, so to speak, we knew Russ was going to do everything.
I didn't even think Harden would average a double-double, Spade.
Nobody
when you said
did.
it, I was like, in turnovers. I said, in turnovers. They with points and turnovers.
People kill me. They laughed at me when I said this. And now everybody's going, oh, well, of course, it's D'Antoni's system. You can, half of the people, more than half, 75% of the people saying, D'Antoni's system. Ask them, what's D'Antoni's record at the last team he was head coach of? Ask them what team he was last the head coach of, and they don't know. They just regurgitating shit they heard other people say it. Stop doing that. I'm going to tell you what make our show so special. Whether we right, whether we wrong, you get 100% our view, what we think from what we saw. I'm not finna just regurgitate what this guy said or what that guy said, and nobody can tell me anything different than what I believe that I saw with my own eyes. I'm telling you, I love Russ, and you know it, bro. We have always been team Russ over here. Now, you and I disagreed about some of his triple-doubles. I felt like his team was all in. I felt like the whole thing was collusion to get him triple-doubles. I felt like he was chasing stats. I feel like James Harden at times chased stats. That being said, we're talking Russell Westbrook. Like, this dude brings it every game, has always brought it every game. And if Russ win MVP, I'm not upset. What I am upset about is I don't know why. I don't know if his demeanor, his carefree demeanor is the reason. I don't know what it is. But the disrespect for James Harden, it bothers me. I really got a problem with it. And I don't mean from fans or you or I. I'm talking about the media. The same people that didn't feel like this guy was first team, second team, or third team All NBA last season. I love LZ Granderson. I like that guy. I respect his opinion. He listed his MVPs. He had James Harden 5th. He got 4 people in the league over James Harden for MVP. This is crazy. This is crazy. It's blasphemous. And I already know Russ is going to win. So many people that's got to vote, has had a microphone thrown in their face and asked, who are you voting for? And they all are saying, Russ, Russ, Russ. Russ might damn near get this unanimously, except for Michelle Beadle, who's the world's biggest San Antonio Spurs fan, is going to vote for Kawhi Leonard. It's already proven. So I'm going to put you on the hot seat. You, as a member of the media, you got to vote. You can't just say I want both of these. You gotta do a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. I'm going to put you on the hot seat. How does yours go? You gotta answer.
It's tough, man. I can't pick, man. Like, I can't even go 1A, 1B. Like, I feel like these guys bring equal. I feel, you know what, yo? If I was in the media, like, I seen Tony Kornheiser, and Tony Kornheiser said that both of these guys are equal value to their team, and he said he wish he could write Russell Harden or James Westbrook because they're equal value. It got to be co-MVPs. I kind of agree with that because I literally, I'm telling you the truth, bro. I can't pick because if you go Harden, I feel like Westbrook is being robbed. If you go Westbrook, I feel like Harden is being robbed. I feel like either way, somebody's in a lose-lose situation, and it sucks, man. It really is gonna suck. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna tell you what. I love Kawhi, but Kawhi should not be over Harden. And I know somebody gonna be like, "Well, the Spurs got the second best." Man, if people want to talk about D'Antoni's system, you think Pop ain't over there running the damn machine?
I guess they don't.
You think Pop ain't over there running the machine? Come on,
I guess they don't. All of a sudden, we value D'Antoni as a coach over Greg Popovich in this crazy ass world we live in. You don't think Pop
over there running a damn machine?
Right.
Pop got
right.
Man, Tony
so
Parker
is by James himself because of D'Antoni, but not. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, let me Spade. If I had to pick, which like it'll literally be,
put you on the hot seat.
It'll literally be.
So you trying to tell me you would flip a coin?
Yeah, wherever it land, man, because it's that close to me. Like when I'm telling you, it's that close. Like if this. First of all, they ain't gonna announce this crap to the damn playoffs damn near over. I don't know why they do that. Yeah. That's stupid. But man, let me tell you something. If Westbrook win by like a landslide, if this junk ain't coming down to 10ths of a point, then they gotta get the media all the way out of here. They gotta get the media all the way out of here if it's not coming down to 10ths of a point. Like if it's like Westbrook wins by like 800 votes. I don't even know how the voting is tallied up. But if it comes in and Westbrook wins by like, I don't want to say unanimous because I don't think it's going to be unanimous. But if it comes in and Westbrook wins by like, oh, it wasn't even, like James Harden wasn't even thought about, then they got to get rid of the damn media. I literally can't pick. I'm being honest. I ain't trying to duck the question. Spade, me and you had this conversation off camera numerous times way before this. Like damn near middle of the season. And I'm like, it got to be co-MVPs. It got to be co-MVPs. I always said this, and I still feel that to this day because I feel like if you go, whichever way you go, the other person is being robbed because they have equal value to their team. Spade, we had conversations on this show numerous times, and I was like, yo, I said on this show, you take either one of these guys off these teams are trash. They are equally important. They are equally important. Like, and it's the same thing with LeBron. But these dudes put together 2 of the best seasons ever. I didn't see James Harden. Damn, they're having the Rockets. I didn't see James Harden having the Rockets where they are. I didn't see James Harden leading the league. If somebody told me James Harden was going to lead the league in assists, I'd be like, hell no. Hell no. Yep. Dude put together a great season, man. And so did Westbrook. And I can't pick. I want co-MVPs, man. I wish the NBA just was like, you know what, we gave co-rookies of the year to Grant Hill and J. Kidd, and we got to do the same thing with MVP this year. Man, I'm interested to know how the fans feel about the MVP. Who do they have?
They're going to let me have
Let me tell you.
Everybody going to come through it and hate on James. I already know.
They probably are. But before before we move on, Spade, you can pick LeBron as the MVP every damn year. Because like I said, he's right up there with Westbrook and Harden. As, man, you remove LeBron from the Cavs, and I know people are going to be like, what do you mean? They got Kevin Love and Kyrie. You remove LeBron from the Cavs, they are a lottery team. They trash.
I agree.
I don't care what nobody say. That's what I believe. You take LeBron off that. They got a record without LeBron. Like, when LeBron sit, they like probably 2 or 3 and like some crazy record. They trash. They're a lottery team.
They 0-6 for this season without Bron.
They trash. So,
but 0-7 now, I think, because of the game with Miami. I do want to say this. This is the first time in a long time I don't even have Bron in my top 3. Whether they resting, whether they taking their foot off the gas and coasting, whatever they doing, the Cavaliers have looked like trash as of late, even with Bron in the lineup. And I can't pretend to not see, even with Bron in the lineup, they look bad. Defensively, they can't stop anybody right now. And for the first time in like forever, I don't even have Bron in my top 3.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Let's move on.
You're going to like this one. Because I know you. You're really going to like this one. Folks, word came out yesterday. I'm not sure who dropped the ball on this, who's snitching, who dry snitching, who calling the feds, who's singing like a bird. But it comes out that LeBron James, who we just spoke on, his homie CP3, and the Brody himself, Russell Westbrook, apparently, or allegedly, should I say, they have disdain for Steph Curry. Now, hold on. Before y'all come at me, this has been reported. This ain't me making up a story. Leparis, if the 3 of these guys truly have disdain for Steph Curry, why do you think this is?
You know what? You know, Steph has now become the lovable NBA dude that I think these 3 guys, man, you know what, Spade? Add Damian Lillard on that list. It wasn't reported that Damian Lillard was in that crew. But I can tell from what I see when the Blazers, you want to see something? I think the Blazers got the Spurs. I think the Blazers got the Warriors, first round of the playoffs. You want to see somebody that don't like somebody? You watch how Dame Lillard play against Steph Curry. I can tell by the way Lillard plays against Steph Curry that he's not too fond of Steph Curry. I can tell. But I think it's because Steph Curry has become the lovable face of the NBA, and the NBA has pushed, the Steph Curry agenda, and LeBron and CP3 and Westbrook and Lillard, I think they like, hold up. Like, I don't want to say what about us, because everybody know, to me, LeBron is still the best player in the league. I know it's going to be people in the comments like, hell nah, LeBron is still the best player in the league. What about blah, blah, blah. LeBron is, to me, in my opinion, is still the best player in the NBA, because wherever LeBron move to, wherever LeBron go, LeBron is taking that team to the finals. I don't think you can say that about any other NBA player in the league. Now, I think that hey got a lot to do with how the NBA pushed Steph Curry. They got Steph Curry in all these commercials. They got Steph Curry family always on TV. They always showing Steph Curry wife. LeBron probably over there. I'm not saying LeBron wife do this, but you know women, Spade. You know women. Why they always showing his wife? Why they not showing me? I'm just saying. LeBron might got to deal with that when he go home. And LeBron probably over there like, they giving Steph Curry, they pushing him to the limelight. Steph Curry ain't been to 6-7 straight finals. Come on. So
let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
How do you feel about it? Like, are you okay with it? You got an issue with it?
No, I don't have an issue with it. I don't want these dudes to be buddy-buddy. I don't want them to be buddy-buddy.
Thank you.
And I hate to be that guy, but back in my day, man, people hated Mike Jordan. They hated Pat Ewing. They hated these guys. They hated Larry Bird. They hated Magic Johnson and his smile. They hated Isaiah Thomas. They ain't like each other. All this chummy stuff going on in sports. I don't have a problem with it one bit. I want I want these athletes. When they play each other, I want them to want to bite each other head off. Like, I want them to attack them like, man, Spade, one of the best moments of the finals last year was when LeBron blocked Steph Curry and he looked at him with that look. That was one of the best moments of the finals last year, because LeBron was like, I don't know who this dude think I am. I'm LeBron James. It was one of the best moments. I don't have a problem with it one bit. I think more of these guys need to have an attitude with the other team. Like, I need more of this, Spade. I need more of this.
See, that's how I know you my brother. I couldn't see where you was at on the court, but I knew if I threw it up, I knew you were going to dunk it down. Look, the crazy thing is people was all on TV like, I don't understand why LeBron dislikes this guy or why they have disdain for him. And they should, they should have disdain for everybody that ain't got on the same damn jersey they got on.
Word.
That's what it should be. Competition breeds the best of everything. If you don't believe me, mess around and live in an area where you only got one cell phone provider. I guarantee you're going to get some trash service. You are. Competition is the best thing for the consumer, and in the sport of basketball, the fan, we are the consumer. We paying for NBA League Pass or your cable package, or you going to games, or even, I don't care if you're stealing from the neighbor's cable. He paying for it. We the consumers. And competition is the best for the consumer. The thing that I found odd was, I don't know if they trying to spin this or if this was actually, included in the dime drop, but they said that because Bron comes, from the inner city, and he kind of had to, fight his way to the top, and Westbrook kind of was the underdog, and Steph came out. Steph had an NBA dad. He grew up around the NBA. You got footage of Steph at Dale's games. He's in the locker room slapping high fives with players, and that's why these guys don't like Steph. I keep saying don't like. I probably shouldn't use that. The word used was disdain. Let me not misquote anybody. But, hold on, Steph ain't the only person with an NBA dad. Ain't nobody else. It ain't no disdain for Clay. It ain't no disdain for Glenn Robinson III. Like, it's been NBA kids come through this league.
Sabonis.
It'll be more to come through. Tim Hardaway Jr. Yeah, man. So, like, I don't want to hear that. Everybody who had an NBA dad ain't hated in the league. I don't think they got a damn thing to do with it. I think it's the fact that the NBA, regardless of the fact that you got these stars like LeBron, who is the face of the NBA, who should be the face of the NBA, the league still wants this particular image that really fits Steph Curry. Steph Curry's so cute and cuddly. He looked like a teddy bear. Yeah, he's great to push. I get it. I understand from a business standpoint why you want him to be the face. And not only that,
Spade. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I get it. But on the flip side, you got Bron, who, hey man, it's been the 6th consecutive NBA Finals.
Yeah, man.
Like, he should be your face. He should be every commercial. The camera should be following him. And I don't think it has anything to do with Savannah. I think Savannah wants no parts. Like, it's not an accident that she's not at the game.
Right?
Yeah, like, I don't think she wants any part of that. I actually commend her for that. Because, she do her own thing. She's got businesses popping or whatever, but definitely I feel like the league is part of the reason for the disdain towards Steph Curry. I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that he's an NBA kid.
I agree with that 100%. And not only that, Spade, they, every time, Spade, somebody say something about Steph Curry, they always be like, he's relatable to other kids, because they look at LeBron James and they be like, I'll never be 6'8", 6'9", 270, run like a gazelle. They always be like, Steph Curry look like me. They always say that. And that's not true. It ain't a...
Y'all ain't 6'3".
Yeah, but I say 6'3" ain't popping, that just
y'all
ain't
6'3". And you can't shoot.
And you can't shoot like Steph. So all that, Steph is relatable to me. I'm not buying that either. But that's what the NBA push, and I think that's what other players have a problem with. Some people probably going to call it jealousy or whatever, but I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. People was mad when Michael Jordan and Larry Bird and Magic Johnson and them had them McDonald's commercials and all that. They was mad. They played mad, and
it made for great entertainment.
It made for great basketball, because damn near it looked like it was going to be fisticuffs thrown every damn game. Now, I'm not saying anybody going to pick on Steph Curry. I'm not saying that. But damn it, if somebody, whatever fuels your fire is good for the sport. I'm with that. Woo! That's how you start a show.
That's how you bring it back, right? I be knowing.
Yeah, man. But we kind of switching topics a little bit. Still some NBA though. Spade, if you guys didn't know, Spade, I know you probably didn't know, because you don't keep tabs on what's going on in Dallas. Tony Romo retired. He went right from the Cowboys, got a banging gig with CBS, got put through the CBS coat right on, got a good gig, Spade.
Fire.
In comes Romo. You know, I wrote this on Twitter too, Spade. I said, people had a problem that Dak Prescott took Tony Romo's job because of injury, and Tony Romo just took Phil Simms' job because the day Tony Romo signed was the day they fired Phil Simms. But anyway.
On his day off. It ain't even football season. He got fired on his day off.
Yeah, man, that's pretty bad. But Tony Romo retired, got a job at CBS, but that's not all. If you guys didn't know, the Dallas Mavericks reached out to Tony Romo and said, hey, it's the last game of the season. We want to suit you up and let you sit on the bench, Spade.
Yep.
What do you think about this, Spade?
You know what? I would love to sit right here in front of you and tell you that it's a nice gesture and Mark Cuban's this great guy and but I think it's stupid and I think it's dumb and let me just go ahead in. Mark Cuban said that it's a shame that Tony Romo had to end his career the way he did and he didn't get the proper What about when young Tom Brady took over for Drew Bledsoe and he had to get up out of town? Now, I know he had another stop before out of the league, but how many guys have we seen play out this same story? It's crazy. The thing that really blew my mind was they actually wanted him to play. They wanted him to play. And Adam Silver had to shut it down. I imagine Adam Silver probably told Mark Cuban, Mark, are you out of your damn mind? Are you out of your mind? Do you know what would happen if this man step out on that floor and get injured? Can you imagine? Like, what are you thinking, Mark? Probably want to get Mark Cuban off the Shark Tank, y'all. I don't think he got it no more. I think he done lost his damn marbles. I just think it was stupid. They don't took team pictures, got him sitting up there in a uniform, and it's just dumb to me. It's dumb. I heard somebody say they felt like it was disrespectful for the people who grinding, busting their ass to try to get in that league. People in the D League, people who playing overseas. You got people like Beasley who get shipped over to overseas, seem like once a year, and he fighting to get back and stay on an NBA team. And you just gonna cut this guy a one-day contract and let him come out and play and make a mockery of the sport? Like, get the hell out of here. I thought it was whack. It's whack.
I'm gonna tell you this, babe. The crazy thing is, Tony Romo thought it was whack because he did a little speech, did a little joke. He's like, he said, I'm gonna make the Denver Nuggets wait 10 more minutes. But he was only joking. He was like, this is embarrassing. He said it. This is embarrassing.
Well, why did he agree to it?
Spade. You know why? Why they all agree? Because these guys can't give up the spotlight, bruh. They can't give it up.
Like that though.
I wouldn't want it like that, but clearly, but he kept. Spade, I knew he was bothered by it because the man kept saying, "Man, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing." They tried to push him on the court. He was like trying to get back on the bench. The other Mavs was pushing him on the court. He got on number 9. They got another player on the Mavs right now, currently wearing number 9. That's his number. It's 2 number 9s out there. It was just a terrible look. And I hate to be that guy, but Tony Romo didn't do anything to deserve this type of treatment.
He's a Dallas legend.
Spade, he ain't a legend, man. Like, man, people always be like, well, Tony Romo, anybody know me? Anybody that really know me, they know I wasn't never big on Tony Romo. I wasn't ever big on Tony Romo. But, like, he's not... They can say he's a Dallas legend because he's a good regular season quarterback, but if they wanted to do some crap like this for Troy Aikman or Emmitt Smith or, like, Michael Irvin, like one of the real Dallas legends that brought some notoriety to a Dallas team that had fell off. But these man, listen, man. I feel like Tony Romo was really embarrassed. He said it 100 times, like, this is embarrassing. I'm glad Adam Silver put his foot down and was like, no, he can't play. He said that he was going to have to sign him to a 10-day contract, and he couldn't do that because there was only 1 game left. So Adam Silver did not allow that. Thank God. Thank God, Adam Silver. Thank you, Adam. But Mark Cuban even came out, like, after Adam Silver told him that you couldn't play him. Mark Cuban said, you're just going to have to find me because I'm going to do what I want to do. So just find me. Luckily, Tony Romo, when they was trying to push him on the court, he didn't go out there and make a mockery of the sport, which is this is not a sideshow. That's what they got halftime for. Let Tony Romo go out there in halftime and shoot some jumpers.
Right.
don't make a mockery out of a sport that, like you said, Spade, these people work blood, sweat, and tears. They grind so hard to make it in that sport and still don't make it. And you just, I didn't like it. I could be wrong. If you a Dallas Maverick fan, how did you feel about it? Let us know in the comment section down below. But I didn't like it. I thought it was trash as well. And I thought it was embarrassing, and I felt bad that Tony Romo actually agreed to do it.
Tell you what, just when you thought the city of Dallas couldn't hold no more L's, turns out they had another pocket. They obviously got on cargo pants. They just stuffing L's all in them damn pockets. Just L's all over the place. And we thought, hey, it's over. They can't take no more. And they said, wait up. We got this little change pocket right here. We'll take one more L. Hold that L, Dallas. Hold that L. Let's move forward. I got a feel-good story for you. You want to feel good, okay, right? Man, please. Our homeboy got a job, bro. We've been campaigning on this show for some team. Any team. High school team. AAU team. Somebody, please hire our main man, Patrick Ewing. And he finally got a job, a head coaching job, after over a decade as an assistant coach. He got his first hire at his old alma mater, Georgetown University. Big time congrats goes out to Pat Ewing. I don't care if you're a good coach or a bad coach. There's some bad coaches out there that not only get opportunities, they continue to get them shits. Somebody give Pat Ewing a job. He finally got one. Leparis, how you feel about it?
Man, I love that Pat Ewing, especially going back home. You know, the Kimbe had praise for him. Alonzo Mourning had praise. Like, this is Georgetown. This is what these dudes. This is their roots, and I'm happy that he was able to go back there. I want Pat Ewing to do a good job. I want him to do a great job. I want him to get Georgetown back to the prominent university that they were, and hopefully he's able to do it. Now, I wouldn't be me, Spade, if I didn't tell you what people are saying.
Uh-oh.
Now, there's some people out there that believe Pat Ewing was not the man for the job. They said that they don't think Pat Ewing has that they don't think he had that voice. They said that that's part of the reason that he's been an assistant so long, because they don't think he can relate to NBA players. So how is he going to relate to college players? And they said that that's part of the problem. They feel that that's part of the problem why it took Pat Ewing to get a head coaching job that long. I hope Pat Ewing proved these naysayers wrong, and I hope he is successful in Georgetown. But there's some people out there, Spade, that's not happy with Pat Ewing having this job. They thought they should have went in another direction.
Wait. A man who played professionally from 1985 to 2002. And then was an assistant coach from 2002 to 2017.
Yep.
You trying to tell me they say he can't relate to NBA players and college players?
Yep, they're saying that's why he's been an assistant so long, bro. I wouldn't tell you no lie. That's what they saying.
Crazy. You know, I tried to pull this story up right quick while you was talking. I couldn't find it. I don't want to misquote it. But I did find a tidbit a while back. I do a lot of sports reading. Unfortunately for me, when you do a lot, you take some info in and you push some out. Like, my brain only going to retain so much at this point of my life, this point of my career. But anyway, I was reading somewhere that he wanted to do something with his son. I think he wanted his son to be on his coaching staff or something. And it was shut down. Georgetown got some type of program that prevents you from, like, hiring family. Now that's kind of funny, because I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but they done had the same last name and head coach forever. Because they just keep, like, everybody. Hey, I don't know. I got to find the specifics. Maybe that'll be on the upcoming show. But when I was reading that, I was like, wait, what? Anyway. But congratulations to Pat. You and Pat. Yeah, I hope you do it real grande, bro.
I hope you can get the talent there, man.
I hope you do it real grande. Prove them wrong, bro.
Spade. Let's take it to college football.
Let's get it.
Going to take it to college football. If you guys didn't know, the NFL draft is on the way. Your boy is working on his mock draft as we speak.
Hey.
As we get closer to the draft, I'm not giving you guys 7 rounds of mock draft. I ain't Adam
Need
Schefter.
7. We need 7, bro.
I ain't Mel Kiper Jr. and Todd McShay. I'm giving y'all the first round. That's what people mainly care about. I will give you guys my mock draft of the first round. But Spade, there's some quarterbacks coming out this draft, and there's some college coaches upset. Well, one college coach in particular is upset that his quarterback left, and that I'm talking about Kelly, and I'm talking about Kizer. Kelly came out, you guys didn't know, and said he don't think Kizer is ready for the NFL, Spade. This is his coach at Notre Dame, his former coach. This isn't some coach that he played against. This is his head coach. Right. He kind of did the same thing Pete Carroll did to Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez declared for the draft, and Pete Carroll said Mark Sanchez is not ready to be an NFL quarterback. And the crazy thing is, Mark Sanchez led the Jets to like 2 AFC Championship games. Now, I know.
And the butt fumble.
And a butt fumble, but that was later. But when Mark Sanchez first went to the Jets, he led them to 2 AFC Championship games. And I know he was a game manager. I know he wasn't putting up astronomical, crazy stats. And I know the Jets had a great run game and a great defense. But he was the quarterback of 2 AFC champion teams. Like, not AFC champion. 2 AFC teams that went to the championship game. Let me say that.
Right.
And Kelly came out and said, you don't think Kizer's ready for this, Spade. How do you feel about his former coach throwing him under the bus like that before the draft?
Bro, I got huge problems with it. I don't just got a problem with it. I got a huge problem with it. Now, shout out to one of our dudes, Jay Hamp. I was rapping with him off camera about this, and he was like, wait up. What's going on at Notre Dame with quarterbacks? They had the one guy who was supposed to be a star. Something went wrong there. They had the kid that ended up leaving and going to FSU. Something went wrong there.
Ghosting, yep.
They had another guy ahead of Kizer who was supposed to be the man. Something went wrong there. I think that kid got injured. Kizer steps in after, he's ready to go pro. Brian Kelly comes out and says that he could have benefited from more college. He's not ready. Like, something's wrong at Notre Dame. Like, they need to get, maybe Brian Kelly needs some more. Maybe he's not ready. But the thing that bothers me about it is this. It was ways to say, as a coach, I wanted him for longer without making him sound like he's not credible. And that's exactly what I feel like he did. I got his exact quote right here. I was pulling it up, and he said this. Let me get to it. He said, well, he still should be in college. Whoa, what? He said, but circumstances are such you have to make a business decision, and he felt like it was in his best interest, and I'm going to support him in his decision. That's not support. That ain't support. You offering about as much support as a wet t-shirt and some double D titties. You ain't supporting nothing right now. They all over the place, man. They all over the place. You ain't supporting nothing. The crazy thing is this. Professional athletes get criticized on the daily for being only concerned about money. I watch players like Martellus Bennett, for instance, recently become under fire in social media from fans who say, why are you worrying about the money? Why don't you take less? These athletes who come out here and honestly put their life and their health at risk for the money. Now, they make a great deal of money, I'll be the first to admit. But they also take a ton of risk for this money, and they are always criticized for doing this for the money. For you as a coach who's supposed to be supporting this young man to come out and say he should still be in college, he's not ready for the league, but it's a business decision, and basically he broke and he need the money before the draft, that's terrible. And if I'm a parent with a kid, Notre Dame better not send a letter within a 30-mile radius of my damn house. You better not even recruit my neighbor, because I'm going to go over there and tell them how you ain't shit. Like, I don't like it. Of course, Brian Kelly was attacked as he should have been. And then he tried to fix it up and say that's not what he meant. He just felt like he got so much more he could learn. And Kizer, you put him in a tough spot because he got to come out and either slander his coach, which is going to make him look even worse because these NFL scouts, they don't just want to look at what he do on the field. They want to measure his character, see how he handle criticism. Once again, you throwing another hurdle at this kid. And you make him have to come out and take, he's got to take accountability for Brian Kelly's comment. So he come out and say, well, he's right. I got his quote here. He said, it's honestly the truth. I have 2 more years available of eligibility. I'm only 21 years old, and that's a lot of growth for me. But it's a lot of growth for everyone in this draft. There's guys out there, who had to make big adjustments as they moved to the NFL, and I know it. That's why I'm not the number 1 quarterback guaranteed walking into this draft. I feel like he handled it better than his old head coach, and I'm really disappointed that Brian Kelly would come out and jeopardize his kid's future with those dumbass comments. Brian, do better. Want better for yourself, Brian.
again, anybody know me? They know I hate Notre Dame.
Me
Anybody
too.
know me? They know I'm not a fan of Notre Dame athletics. I never liked Notre Dame. I always hated Notre Dame since Jerome, and I like Jerome Bettis, but I hated Notre Dame since Jerome Bettis was dead. He had that number 6 jersey, and it was tight, and it used to be riding up right here. I hate Notre Dame since then. But even if Kelly felt this way, Spade, he didn't have to say it right now. Like, Spade, I'm just disappointed, man. Because these coaches, they swear to God, they put their hand on the Bible and swear to God that they care about these kids when they only care about the bottom line. And that's what these kids can do for them to make them prosper. The kid made the decision, regardless whether the kid dirt poor and want to go to the league just to make some money. He know he ain't going to last in the league, but no, hey, I could be a top round, whether not first, second, third round pick. I could be one of the top quarterbacks taken in the first couple of rounds, and I know I can make me a few million. Whether the kid believe in his own mind, I'm not it, but I need to go get this bread while I can. Come on, man. Your coach can't come out and say this crap. Because like I said, like you said, if Kizer would have came out and banged the cannon and been like, well, he was a trash-ass coach, first thing they would have been like, well, look at this kid.
Yeah, look at this
him,
guy.
man.
This ain't the type of guy you want on your team.
You
know what's crazy?
Go ahead.
You look at people like Tom Brady, who was Mr. Irrelevant, drafted in the last round, only started 1 year, I think, at Michigan, played behind Drew Henson. If you'd have asked anybody, whether or not he was ready for the league, I'm pretty sure everybody would have thought he wasn't. Now, he didn't have any more eligibility that I know of, so he had to do something. But my point is, on that day, nobody thought Tom Brady was going to be it, and look at what he is today. So who can say what Deshone Kizer is going to be? One thing is for sure, whatever he is today is not what he's going to end up being. So I feel like that was a piss poor effort at support. I don't ever want that kind of support. Anybody who support me, don't do it like that, y'all. I don't want that. I'm good on that.
I don't know what type of support that is, but you can keep it. I'm with that. You can keep that. You can keep that support. I don't want nobody banging the cannon on SAS like that. Like, you know what? Nah. Keep that. Keep that.
You
can
ain't
keep
never
that.
lied.
Let's move on,
since
bro.
we talking draft, since we talking draft, let's talk about the NFL franchise that just can't get right. Like, we all got that
Dolphins?
one family member.
Dolphins?
Whoa.
We gotta be talking Dolphins.
You better tighten up. We all got that one person in the family, or that one friend, or that one co-worker that they just can't get right. It don't matter. Like, you could bless them with, I don't know, you could give them all the resources to make it work, and they still find a way to just not be able to get right. Mm-hmm. Well, that person or that franchise in the NFL is the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns got the #1 pick of the draft this year. This is the resources for them to turn their life around. But this close to the draft, 2-3 weeks away from the draft, the Browns, they had a fork in the road. They don't know what to do. Up until recently, it was a foregone conclusion that Myles Garrett was going to be the first person drafted. Defensive end out of Texas A&M. A lot of guys are saying that he's got that motor. They were saying that he is, like, that position is the most important position if you can put pressure on opposing teams' quarterbacks. It was a done deal. Todd McShay, Mel Kiper, all these dudes already told us this. We was already thinking about 2 through the rest of it. But Cleveland come out and said, wait a minute, we ain't sure we want to take him. They said, we feel like we dropped the ball on not getting Philadelphia Eagles quarterback having a brain fart. Carson Wentz. And we just don't want to make that mistake again. So we either going to go Myles Garrett or we're going to go Mitchell Trubisky at 1 overall. And I know, hey, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Trubisky could turn out to be the greatest quarterback we've ever seen before in our lives. But I don't know what y'all saw in 1 year starting that got you convinced of that. Leparis, what the hell are your Cleveland Browns doing, bro? What is your team? They yours. They yours. No, and what they doing?
No, they are not, bro. But let me just say this. Anybody that follow me on Twitter, they see me. I said, man, listen. I hope they take Mitchell and Trubisky. I hope they take him. Because you want to know why, Spade? Deshaun Watson deserved better. He deserved better. And you know, Spade, the Cleveland Browns have been goofing at the quarterback position for as long as I can remember.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean that. I mean that. They have been goofing at the quarterback position for as long as I can remember. And I love Hugh Jackson, Spade. I don't think Hugh Jackson should have been fired back there when he was with the Raiders. I don't think he should have been fired.
Me either.
But let me tell you something. And I'm not saying Miles is it. But Spade, if the Cleveland Browns are only taking Trubisky because they passed on Carson Wentz last year and they think they missed the opportunity last year, that's the dumbest crap I ever heard in my life. Because you want to know why, Spade? I'm keeping it 100 and I'm not fanboying here. But Carson Wentz wasn't even the best quarterback out that draft last year. Dak Prescott did his thing, and he got drafted in the 4th round. So it's not necessary. We just talked about Tom Brady. Got drafted in the 11th round. If you are a good evaluator of talent, and you feel like you can nourish and grow that talent, you can pick one of these guys and make them guys a baller in the league. It don't have to be one of the guys that Mel Kiper or Todd McShay say, hey, this guy's a 97 rated. It doesn't have to be none of that. The Browns have a ton of picks. They have a ton of picks. They have 2 in the 1st round. I think they have 1 in 12, if I'm not mistaken. Let me tell you something. A quarterback can change your life in the league. But it got to be the right quarterback. And just taking any old quarterback because you think that, the experts, I'm doing quote fingers over here, say this guy's the best quarterback in this draft. How about you evaluate your own talent? Because Jerry Jones, like I said, I'm not fanboying. Jerry Jones wanted to move up to take Paxton Lynch. Then he wanted to take Connor Cook. He wanted to take him.
He also wanted Johnny Manziel.
A few years ago. Listen, man. I could be wrong. But I think if the Browns take Trubisky, this will be another Browns mistake. And this is why the Browns going brown. Because they listen to these guys that they think are experts, and now it got them wanting to be like, you know what, they're getting cold feet. It's been reported that they was going to take Miles for weeks since the dude announced. Now they're getting cold feet because they're saying this guy's the quarterback, and they feel like they made a mistake last year and they can't pass on another quarterback. I think Cleveland need to pump their brakes. Ain't like a quarterback gonna put Cleveland in the playoffs right now. They need a lot of work. They need a lot of work, Spade. Not to mention they keep letting go talent. They let go Antrell Hawkins. They let go the little fast dude that Atlanta got. That they said They said that little dude. What's his name, Spade?
Gabriel.
They let go Gabriel, and they said that dude was not an NFL player, went to Atlanta and looked like he was
new money.
Man, that little dude was amazing. He was amazing. So one team trash is another team's treasure, and so far when Cleveland get rid of people, it looked like other people go scoop them, and them dudes turn into players. So Cleveland, what is your problem? What's your problem? Y'all need to get right.
You know what it's time for, bro?
Go ahead.
It ain't been time for this in a very long time. Can I tell you what it's time for?
What time is it, Spade? What is
it's time for Story Time with Old Man K Spade. Let me tell you what happened, y'all. I'm gonna play some music right here. It's gonna be dope. Once upon a time, man, I had this female companion. She was gorgeous.
Okay.
She was gorgeous. But I was in my young man stage, and I wasn't trying to be serious with nobody. And she picked up the phone and called me one day, and I answered on my Sprint PCS. It was big. It was OD big. And I pulled the antenna up, and I said, "Hello?" And she said, "You know what?" She said, "I'm done." I was like, "Huh?" She said, "I know what I want in life, and you don't know what you want, and I'm out." And that was it. I never heard from her again. So the next young lady that came around that I was kicking it with, I had that thought bubble. I said, "Oh, snap. I don't want to do like I did with an old girl, so I might better lock this down." I locked Shawty down that was the dumbest broad in all of America. I locked down the dumbest broad in all of America. Know why? Because I was thinking about the past. Cleveland can't think about the past. What y'all did last year, whether it worked or it didn't work, that's last year. You got to let that go. You got to move forward. If you really feels like, if you feel like the defensive line is where you can get the biggest bang for your buck, take it. Take it. Who knows? You got Brock Osweiler. I'm not saying Brock is the man. You got Brock Osweiler. until y'all do something with him, he making a gazillion dollars. Maybe he's the guy for you. You got Cody Kessler, who's only been in the league a couple of years. He ain't hit his ceiling yet. Find the right system for him. He ain't got to go out there and win games. We've seen quarterbacks win Super Bowls being game managers. Draw up the same mess they got in Cincinnati. They got Dalton looking like he it. Where he just saying hike, stepping back 3 times, and throwing to the hot read. Quick little 2-yard plays and 3-yard plays. Work within the talent that you got on your team. You got Duke Johnson, damn it. He from the U. He the best running back. All right, I ain't going to go that far. But you got Duke Johnson. Just turn around and give it to Duke. Use the talent you got.
I agree. In Spade, they say the word around the NFL is Hugh Jackson is the quarterback whisperer. So I can understand them wanting to take a quarterback. But take a quarterback that I don't understand why people hate Deshaun Watson. I don't get it. I'm Spade. Please believe I don't want Deshaun going to the Browns. But the other thing is that they think if the Browns take Mitch, they think the Jets are going to take Deshaun. Spade. Not only did the Browns, I hate to bang the cannon on the Browns, man, because I love Hugh Jackson, but Spade, they keep letting go talent. Terrell Pryor was it. Like, I know Terrell Pryor, people was saying that Terrell Pryor was his attitude was bigger than his play, the crap he was talking, but Terrell Pryor had a hell of a season from a dude that never played wide receiver. They let him go. He done went to the Redskins. How do you not re-sign your number 1 receiver? It don't look like Josh Gordon will be back, but they want to keep the door open for Josh Gordon. Cleveland, figure it out. Like, who the hell is Mitch Trubisky going to throw to? Answer that.
First of all, his name is Mitchell.
Whatever. Who the hell is he going to throw to? Who he throwing to? Come on, man. This is why Cleveland will always be trash, man.
He going to throw it to Kenny Britt from Rutgers. So you put him in the spot. He can't say nothing bad about Kenny. Can't say nothing bad about Kenny.
Kenny had a good year with the Rams, but your best player, to me, Kenny Britt is a possession wide receiver. Terrell Pryor stretched the field. He made big plays.
Like, you know what? Kirk Cousins said that. I saw Kirk Cousins recently do an interview from London, by the way, but he brought up Terrell Pryor in that interview, and he said that Terrell Pryor views the wide receiver position from a quarterback's eyes, and the conversation they having, he already feels the value in Terrell Pryor. He said Terrell Pryor's asking questions like, how do you want that cut? You want a circle cut? You want a square cut? What works best for you? You want a hard cut? Like, because Terrell Pryor has been a quarterback, he knows both sides of this position now, and he's so new in it that he's gonna continue to get better. And I can't believe they let him go, bro.
Spade, there's no pick'em game this week. There's no pick'em game this week because what we're gonna do, Spade, what we're gonna do is the next show. I guess we're gonna record it. Maybe playoffs. First of all, playoffs start Sunday, which is Easter, by the way. Playoffs start Sunday, which is Easter. So when we record the show for this weekend, the pick'em games, Spade got if I'm not mistaken, a 4-game lead.
It's like 6 or 7. Why don't we just start a new season?
It's not 6 or 7, bro. Check the tape. Check the tape, bro.
Pass the controller. It's skunk.
Spade, check the tape. Check the tape. First of all, it's like a 4-game league. But what we're gonna do this weekend is we're gonna pick the first round of the playoffs. Spade, you wanna do East and West?
Yeah, might as well. You wanna do one and I do the other?
Yeah, I guess we can do that. But we're gonna wait. That's gonna be for the weekend show. So it's no pick'em game this week. We're gonna move on to Strong Arm Performer of the Week. This is the Heisman of Podcast.
Tell them.
Spade. Yeah, the Heisman of Podcast. We give this award to a male or female. I always give it to a female. Spade, he's so biased. We give this award to a male or female who raised their level of play during this past week. Spade, who's your Strong Arm Performer of the Week and why?
All right, what I'm gonna do? I'm probably gonna take. I'm gonna take a little lane way out. All right. I want to give my Strong Arm Performer of the Week to the Brody. No, this is good. I want to give mine to Russell Westbrook.
Oh, okay.
In this last week, for most people with a vote, that wouldn't be me, he solidified himself as this past season's MVP. He broke Oscar Robinson's single-season triple-double record, and he capped it off with an amazing 36-foot game-winning three-point basket. This last week was huge for Russell Westbrook, and he's deserving. Like I said, I'm not upset if this guy wins the MVP. He wouldn't get my first place vote, but I'm not mad if he gets yours for this entire season's performance. And most importantly, this awesome last week, Russell Westbrook, you are my strong arm performer of the week.
Not mad at that, man. I love me some Westbrook, man. One of my favorite players to watch in the league, man. Spade, the funny thing is I like his strong arm performer, but you're gonna like mine too. Yeah, you normally bang the cannon on my strong arm performance, but you gonna like mine.
Oh, you finna do it. Go.
Spade, I'm going to Sacramento. I'm going to Sacramento.
Thought you was going to
And I want to give my strong arm performer of the week to Buddy Hield. Spade. Buddy Hield said, you know what? They want to give me the opportunity to come out here and show what the Pelicans didn't appreciate. Watch this. And Buddy Hield put up 30 points. He shot 12 of 20, 4 of 8 from 3, had 6 rebounds in a win over the Suns. And I know you guys are going to be like, yo, it's the Suns. It's the Suns. But I mean, they're the Kings. And Buddy said, you know what? I'm going to put together. Say it again.
That's a quality win.
Yeah, man. Buddy said, you know what? I'm going to throw this team on our back. They keep sitting a ton of guys. And it's my opportunity to show I belong in this league. And Buddy Hield did it. Buddy Hield put up 30 points. Spade, he shot. You want to talk about efficiency? He shot 12 of 20 and 4 of 8 from 3. Had 6 boards. For that performance right there, Buddy Hield, you are my strong arm performer of the week. Buddy Hield.
Well deserved. I believed in you since day one, buddy. Come to the show. Get on our show, buddy. Buddy said, I'm going to show the Pelicans what they didn't appreciate, and I'm going to go out here and cook. And Spade, I was watching the game, me and you was in a party last night, and I said, you know what? The Kings, if they can ever get their act together, I love me some Willie Cauley-Stein, Spade. And I'm going to tell you what, Buddy Hield look like he's a player in this league. I think Willie Cauley-Stein and I think Buddy Hield have a bright future in this league. I don't know if that's necessarily with the Kings, but I think both of these guys are going to be players in the league. It should be. Build around those young guys. You ain't got to win it all this year or next year or the year after Sacramento. Just keep taking baby steps, man. And before you know it, you guys are going to build something in the same way that Oklahoma City built something before it blowed up.
Or the Warriors, because remember the Warriors?
I don't want to hear nothing about the Warriors. And
I'm just saying, Spade, when people wasn't Warrior fans when Steph Curry had them ankles.
Oh, I be doing.
You know what I'm saying? Back when Monte Ellis was still there with Steph Curry and them ankles was some troubles.
Talk about
it. But listen, Spade, it's been a great show, man.
That's all I
want the supporters to comment in the comment section down below. Tweet us. You know what I mean? You can email us all about your opinion on all the topics that we talked about today, Spade. You got anything else to add before I close?
Not at all, bro.
Listen, man, I know we late, but it's better late than never. We also want to bring you guys a show. We coming right back. We want to talk NBA playoffs. The playoffs starting. You know, today is the last game. A lot of people sitting out. That's another story. That could be a topic, too. How we feel about players wrestling, which we already talked about. But, I mean, the league, Adam Silver done put out a memo, and it seemed like the league going to do something about it.
Go ahead, I do have one last thing.
Go ahead.
Before this season started, I told you guys that Chicago would not make the playoffs. Several Chicago fans tweeted me throughout the season and said, if Chicago makes the playoffs, I got to offer those guys an apology. It's the last game of the regular season. On this next video, you guys are going to get something from me. Something. You either going to get roasted or you're going to get an apology. One of the
Spade. You want to update?
One. No, I don't. One or the other. Let's go ahead and wrap.
Spade, do you want to
Let's go ahead and wrap.
Oh, okay. All right. Listen, man. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Strong Arm Sports. As usual, I tell you guys every show, we greatly appreciate your continued support. As usual, if you don't want to... Wait. Before I go there, if you new here, bang the subscribe button and take 2 seconds. If you're a regular, hit the like button. It takes 2 seconds, literally, whoop, and it's over. Comment in the comment section over here if you rocking with us over here. As usual, if you don't want to see 2 dudes arguing in a box, in a box, we got audio podcasts everywhere. SoundCloud, UPodOmatic, iTunes, where you guys show so much love in podcast land. We greatly appreciate your continued support. And we'll see you guys next episode. We out. Peace.